After 2 straight weeks of rioting, things have calmed down a little bit, and white folks are being extra generous right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are renaming racist food. They're quitting racist chants, removing racist statues, and guess what? Even putting some money in black folks' pockets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest winners this week, black publicly traded companies. These are stocks that, for the most part, I've always considered to be ceremonial stocks because for them, they don't ever rise in value. I mean, and we kind of know why. It's very much like black real estate, right? I mean, you buy it for $20,000, $30,000, and 10 years later, unless some white folks are in the neighborhood, it's probably still $20,000 or $30,000. But things changed this week. We saw the biggest, most prominent black publicly traded company, UONE, the nation's largest black media company that reaches over 87% of Americans, right? Home to what was, once the greatest black man on radio, Tom Joyner. Now, I know there's mixed feelings about Tom Joyner. All right. I understand that the revolution will not be televised or sponsored by Walmart, but look, he got black America, corporate America in particular, to fall in love with black dollars. We just wish, he could have got some brothers and sisters some jobs in those corporate entities. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that was a huge move this week on UONE. It's Class A shares as well as the Class D shares, UONEK. It ripped higher. I mean, with UONE reaching as high as $40. And I want to give a round of applause to everyone that participated in that. Seriously. I mean, especially my white fans and any white man that made a trade in that stock this week, because, you may not even have any black friends, but I want to tell you something right now. Anybody who is non-black but positions a black person to be able to make some money in the market, you are all right with me, and I hope that comes back to you 100,000 times over. Ladies and gentlemen, UONE is now the biggest gainer in the market year over year, with the 52-week low of 95 cents to what it reached the other day, $40. That's a gain of 4,100%. That's better than Bitcoin, better than gold combined year over year. We got to give some praise for that. Awesome job.
We're trying to get paid.
Making money, make it dollar.
We're trying to get paid.
Making money,
You save and invest, stacking up checks. Let's go.
A couple of notable mentions. We saw a small move in Bob Johnson's ticker RLJ, and a black-owned bank by the name of Broadway Federal Bank. This is a bank created to help recent returnees, black returnees from World War II, with financial services. The bank's been around since 1947. It has an incredible rich history, and right now they are under a hostile takeover attempt by a slimy, disgusting former bank CEO by the name of Steven Sugarman. And this guy's, again, a discredited former CEO of another small bank in California who supposedly walked away from that job in disgrace. And like all slimy, disgusting people, he's looking for a new face to put on. And in this attempt, looking to take over this black-owned bank for pennies on a dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bank that has well over $500 million in assets, current market cap less than $50 million. And I mean, he's going in trying to take over these properties for literally nothing. We got to stop him. And we hope with, everybody showing up in the market tomorrow, we're going to send these stocks higher. We're going to make this bank a lot of money. We're going to make ourselves a lot of money. And we're going to improve the situation for this bank. The market overall is still climbing higher, although showing a lot of weakness here. The Fed updated balance sheet yesterday showing a decline of $74 billion since June 10th. How ironic, because we can see that June 10th was also a big red day. So they totally shitted on us. Now, You're supposed to be buying, you fucking dumbasses. I mean, this is the idea that they're trying to sell, which is that they're providing liquidity. But we know they're really just propping up the market. Now, I'm not complaining. We're all making money here. So I'm enjoying it now that I've kind of put that whole short bias thing to the wayside, at least for now, because you really don't have a choice but to be long. But now they might actually be deciding to play their role, which is providing liquidity. And when you want to provide liquidity, you've got to be a buyer of assets and a seller of assets. So this is the first time they actually decided to go in and sell something out of their book. So maybe this is a sign they're happy with the current price levels in the market. It might be a good time to review a possible non-direction trading strategy. With that being said, my sleeper picks for next week, I like Uber, I like Coke, I like STM, looking like the new 2020 AMD. STM could go higher here. Uber doing their good thing, man. I think rides are showing up again. Coca-Cola international exposure there. Reopening plays into that, even though we do see some coronavirus spikes going on too. Pay attention there. My downgrades, Wayfair and fucking anything else that ran under COVID. I mean, these shit stocks that went higher because of this damn virus, they should be going down, right? I mean, they shouldn't be running up into reopening. It makes no sense that Wayfair is $20, $30 higher going into reopening when we know it was the fact that everybody that was home that was saving it. So something isn't working here in the market. And when we talk about inefficiencies, that's a major inefficiency. Look at, Wayfair, look at Peloton, look at Wingstop. I mean, WING. I mean, shit, all these restaurants are reopening. Why isn't Play, soaring? That should be running right now. And I'm seeing it looking really good after hours, but should be running a lot harder thanks to reopening. I believe they're going to be reopening July 7th for their California stores. So look out for these small restaurants. I put out an article on my website, advancedequityresearch.com, some really interesting dining stocks that you might want to pay attention to that are going to work out really well as this thing moves on beyond and becomes history for us. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you back again for the weekend wrap up. Until then, trade well.